What is up, beautiful people? It's your girl Kai, and welcome back to my channel. Guys, it is my birthday today, and I want to share with you guys 10 things that I have learned over the last 25 years. Most of them are over the last 10 years, if not 5, if not over the last single year. Last 12 months has taught me so much, and I'm so excited to share with y'all as we get ready. I'm currently at a hotel. I was gonna vlog my whole day, but I honestly just want to sit and soak in this day, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and just do this little blurb. Let's break it down and let's chat. So let's go ahead. So I had already done my eyebrows before going to breakfast, so that is in my lashes. That is something done. But as we do this, like I said, I want to go over 10 things that I've learned in my 25 years of life. 25 sounds so crazy, but I wrote them down, so that's what I'm gonna look at my phone for, and we're just gonna go as we go. And because this is a YouTube video, I feel like I can elaborate a little bit more. If you guys watch the TikTok version of it, we're gonna do it over there with little to no explanation. But over here, we're gonna yap a little bit, and we might unpack a few things. But we'll see, no promises yet. I went in with this Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum only because I'm literally doing my makeup to go sit by the pool, and although it's not like scorching hot, it's hot enough that I'm gonna be sweating out there, and I know this because I was just out there. So I went in with just a little bit to kind of suck up all the oil that I know will come by the time I am finished over there. This is again in no particular order, but number one is that some people are in your life strictly for that season, and that is just, it is what it is, and there's not much you can do about it. Regardless of how much you want them there, they're just there for that reason in that season in your life. That is a lesson that I have had to learn the hardest way, let me tell you that. Because if one thing I have come to find out, whether it's relationships, whether it's friendships, some people are just in your life for that season. Whatever lesson they are to teach you in that season, whatever lesson God has them there for, whatever blessing God has them for, it is okay for it to just be a seasonal thing. There's not many people who will be with you throughout every single season of your life, whether that's a season like something like college, high school, whatever it is, whether it's friendships, whether it's platonic. That is something that I've had to learn the hard way. And guys, with each one of those relationships and or friendships falling apart, I have come to realize the lesson that I have learned with each and every single one of them, which is the crazy part. Because like, regardless of how much you think like, oh, this person will never, like, this person's gonna be with me for the rest of my life, whether it's a friendship or not, by the time, if that friendship fizzles out or if that relationship ends, whatever it is, you're gonna come to find out like, this is what I learned from this season, from this person in my life, and that is totally okay. And coming to terms with that is honestly, the sooner you do that, the better, because it'll save you a lot of heartache, and it'll just help you get through that parting season quicker, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And that was the Hourglass Concealer. Is it Hourglass? Yeah, Hourglass Concealer. I use 2 shades. I use Dune and I use Sienna. Dune is a little darker, so I just tend to use it more in the summertime, but it's drying out because I've used it so much. So I went in with a little bit of the Sienna just to brighten up my face, especially under my brows. And I'll probably go in with a little bit under here in a second. I don't really want to do foundation, so I think I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow, which I haven't used in so long, and it makes a mess every time. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or in all of you be still? Will I stand in your presence? Number 2, travel is the best currency. I honestly could not stress this enough. If there's one thing you should be doing in your 20s, I kid you not, it is traveling. It is the one time where it's gonna be socially acceptable for you to travel while broke. So I suggest, please do it and have no shame to what capacity you're able to travel. You are going to see the world, and I promise you, there is no better way to learn about yourself, to learn about the cultures around you, the community around you, the people of this world, to learn about the world and the beauty that God has put into this world without travel. So please, please, if I beg you to do one thing, well, it's fine, God, but immediately after, travel the world, because I promise you, you will never, ever regret it. Even if it's not that great of a trip, you're gonna learn so much, whether it's about yourself, whether it's about a certain country, whatever it is, you're gonna learn, and I promise you, you won't regret it in the long run. And the thing is, the money is always going to come back. Always, 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 always. You're never gonna remember what you spent that $1,000, $2,000 on, but you're always going to remember the experience that you get when traveling. So please, if you have the chance to, if you have the means to, and it doesn't have to be luxury traveling. I know it's so easy to see influencers and brand trips and all these things and want to do the luxury way, which is solely understandable, because if you have the means to do it, do that, because it's a superb experience. But if you don't have it, go backpacking, stay in hostels, do what you have to do, just do it safely, but please see the world. I promise you, you will not regret it. This next one, I really hope it doesn't come off like too traumatic, or I hope it doesn't sound like bitter, I guess the word is, but if there's one thing I've learned, and again, some of these things I've learned over the last, I don't know, 5-10 years, maybe even 20 years since I was a child. Some of these things are something that I've learned in the last 24 months. The last year alone has taught me so much. So this is one of those things where it's like, you always hear people say it and you always like, yeah, I know that. But like, truly, truly, never 100% put your trust in anyone but God. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your parents. I don't care if it's your significant other, your husband of 10, 15, 20. I have seen and I have experienced some crazy things. This is not to say go around with trust issues and all of that. Absolutely not. But the only person you can truly 100% depend on is God, number one, and number two, yourself. And sometimes you can barely trust yourself. Let's be completely honest. When you're lacking discipline, all this stuff, you can barely trust yourself. Never 100%, never put every ounce of trust into one person, because that is giving that person way too much power. And as much as we would like to think that people have good intentions towards us, you just never know. And I'm sorry, but that's just the fact of the matter. Again, whether it's relationships, platonic, friendship, whatever it is, it can be super, super hard to put everything on one person. And that is a lot for a person to bear. To put 100% trust in them and just expect them to be this angel from God that just walks on water is unrealistic, if we're being completely honest. Again, this does not mean don't trust people, but definitely never dive headfirst. I will say that. My experience has been both with platonic relationships and romantic relationships, as you guys may or may not know, which there's not that many of y'all, so if y'all watching this, y'all probably know. Your girl was supposed to got engaged, married, like got the wedding dress, all that, everything but the wedding, if we're being completely honest. Bought a house, bought a car, everything but the wedding and the babies. That's literally, I bought a house, I bought a car, I planned the wedding, I did it all with a person that I would have never, ever, ever, I would have bet everything and lost it all. I would have bet every dime I had and I would have lost everything. And I kid you not, I'm not saying that. And this is, I'm not talking about the other person, I'm not bashing this other person, but this is my experience. This is a thing where I put my trust, I trusted this person with everything in me. And not that I was wrong for doing that, because that was not fault of my own. I did what I was supposed to do and trust the person that I was going to spend the rest of my life with. but I didn't realize how, I don't even want to say dependent, because I don't think I was dependent. Maybe I was. I put everything into it. And that, again, when you are married, that is literally what you are supposed to do. But at the end of the day, we are all humans. People make mistakes. People step out. People, well, no, let me not say that. People do things they shouldn't do. People are human. People make mistakes. People mess up. People sin. They fall into temptation. Whatever happens, no one is perfect. So to trust 100% that someone will be perfect is a disaster waiting to happen. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that doesn't come off in a way where it's like it's okay for people to mess up, because certain things are inevitable, but certain things, it's all about discipline and character. And that's what I mean. Like, we can't expect someone to be perfect. We can't put all our trust into one person and expect perfection, because that is simply not realistic. So that's when I say never 100% trust anyone but God and maybe yourself. Even parents. I have heard crazy stories of people whose parents have like done unimaginable things that I am so grateful I've never experienced that to like certain degrees. My parents are amazing. They have fault, they aren't perfect, but my parents have never done anything that is like unimaginable to me that I have heard people's parents do to them. So even your parents, sometimes it's not because they're like, we're all human. Your parents are living their lives for the first time just like the rest of us. So it's very, very normal to be disappointed. And that's what I mean. Like, don't expect to never be disappointed by someone. Don't expect for someone to be 100% perfect. Put all of your trust in this person, because we just never know. And that's just that. That's just the fact of the matter. Going on with that to some degree, my next one is never underestimate anyone. We see it all the time. The underdog don't always stay the underdog for long. So whether, again, in any capacity, don't underestimate someone. Don't push someone further than they deserve to be pushed and then expect everything to just be smooth sailing. The person that you least expect to be a good person, or that you least expect to be a bad person, somehow they always seem to surprise you. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. Don't underestimate anyone, because you never know what someone's breaking point is, and you never want to be that person that pushes that person to that breaking point, because that's just not what we were put on this earth for. God did not make us to be doing that. So don't underestimate anyone. Don't take anyone's kindness for weakness. Kindness for weakness. None of that, because again, you never know what someone's battling with, and you don't want to be like, why would you even want to be that person in someone's life? And that can go for a variety of situations. I'll let y'all mind wander on that one. Oh my god, I haven't even been telling you guys what I used. Okay, so I used the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I showed you guys that. And then I used my Hourglass concealer. I only used the Dune, the darker one. I didn't use the lighter one. And then I used my Makeup by Mario shaping stick in the color dark. e.l.f. Camo liquid blush in the color Pinky Promise. Is it Pinky Promise? Yep. I used the Laura Mercier setting powder. I think this is Banana, I think. And now we're going in with my Juvia's Place contour just to shivel out these cheekbones and bring some color and some contour to this face. I think I'm gonna have to blend out my eyebrows a little bit more, but that's that. Let me go ahead and do that actually. My next one is to be disciplined and stick to it. This is something that I have definitely come to value, and something that I'm actually still working on and trying to perfect. But have a routine, whatever that looks like to you, and be disciplined with yourself, because if you don't keep your promises to yourself and keep your word to yourself, how do you expect someone else to do that? That is super important. That's something that I have been working on, especially this year. It's only February, and I have been more consistently, I'm not going to say super consistently, but I have been more consistently in the gym with my routines. I'm super proud of myself, and I'm trying to, like, again, keep my word to myself, because again, if I don't keep my word to myself, how can I expect anyone else to keep their word to me? It's quite literally like, if you're not doing it for yourself, why would someone else do it for you? You know what I mean? So definitely it's one of those things that I have learned, and it just allows you to perform better in every level. So yeah, definitely set a routine, be disciplined. Whatever it is that you're doing, do it in a disciplined fashion, and I promise you, you will never ever regret it. I'm now going in with a Juvia's Place blush. In this, does this have a color? Volume 5. This is just volume 5, and I think I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna mix them, honestly. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mix them. So going off of the last one of being disciplined, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, do not negotiate with yourself. That is one thing where I've learned to be disciplined with myself, because what I usually do a lot, or used to, amen, used to do a lot, is go back and forth with myself and be like, well, I won't go to the gym today, but I'll go tomorrow. Like, I'm negotiating myself, like, to make myself feel better and feel like, okay, I'm not, like, you know, negotiating with yourself is the first step to potentially falling off of whatever it is that you're trying to do. So that is something that I'm just not gonna think about it. I know I have to do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not overthinking it. I'm not trying to give myself excuses. I'm gonna just go. Whatever it is that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just do it. Do not negotiate with yourself. I heard that somewhere and it stuck with me ever since, and I'm standing beside it. I'm gonna stick by it. Number 7, I believe we're at number 7. I'm gonna go ahead and say invest in yourself, whatever that looks like to you. Invest in your health, whether that is physical, whether that is through nutrition, whether that is financial, monetary. Invest in yourself. And a lot of these ways to invest yourself are things we already discussed. Travel. You're never gonna invest in a broad education, a worldwide education, like you will through travel. Be disciplined. You're never gonna invest in yourself through physical health, through going to the gym, without investing in yourself, without the discipline to invest in yourself. So invest in yourself, whatever that looks like. Set yourself up for success, whether, again, it's financial, through different investments like Roths, stocks, whatever it is that you want to do. Go ahead and invest in yourself, because again, we only got ourselves. Like, at the end of the day, like, everyone is working towards a better life for themselves, for their family, whatever, but the only person you can control is yourself. So go ahead and do that by investing in yourself in whatever way that looks like to you. Pour into you, whether that is through vacationing, through relaxing. Take time off. That's not one of the things that I have on my list, but invest in yourself, invest in your rest. God made the 7th day for us to rest, and whatever day you choose to rest, make sure you do that, because that wasn't made on accident. Rest, invest in your health, invest in your mental. Oh my God, mental health, I cannot stress it enough. Take care of your mental. Please, it can be a slippery slope. So do not feel yourself when it comes to your mental health. Invest in yourself. I went in with a little bit of the Huda Beauty in Cherry Blossom Cake. Just to brighten up, because I didn't use the lighter concealer, but I still want a little brightness in my inner corners. So I went ahead and added that in, and I think it looks so good. We're gonna go ahead and set with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting Spray. This thing has actually been pretty good, so we're gonna go ahead with it. And we're going in with a lot because I'm literally about to go sit by the beach or by the pool where it's super hot. So we're gonna pile that on. Number 8, take care of yourself. Again, in the same realm, pour into you. I promise you, you are the only person that will be there from day 1 to day whatever, to your last day. You are the one person who's there every step of the way. You are the only person. No one talks to you more than you talk to you. No one pours into you the more than you pour into you. And if you're not pouring into you, why would anyone else pour into you? If the cup is empty, what are we doing? Take care of yourself. Again, whatever that looks like. Mental health checks. Go to therapy. People don't be going to, what is it with therapy? What does therapy do to y'all? Go to therapy. Pour into yourself. Eat healthy foods. Oh my God, I cannot stress this enough. Take care of yourself. I am literally on a vacation right now at a hotel down the street from my dad's house. Why? Because this is what taking care of myself looks like. Enjoying my birthday. I have had the most traumatic and stressful birthdays over the last couple years, and I refuse. I was like, this birthday, I refuse. Last birthday, I spent it in bed crying all day in a blacked out room, in a dark room, just crying and crying and crying, because my life felt like it was over. And this year I made a decision to pour into myself, to take care of my mental health, to take care of myself, to celebrate myself the way I would want someone to celebrate me. So take care of yourself, however that looks like. If that includes doing weekly self-care things like facials, nails, hair, whatever that looks like, pour into you. If that looks like a cup of coffee every morning, do that. If that looks like a cup of tea every night, do that. If that looks like reading a book and turning off your brain for 30 minutes to an hour, even 10 minutes. If that looks like going to the gym every day consistently, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. I promise you, again, you will not regret it. Your body, you're stuck in it. It's the one you got. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental. Pour into yourself in every aspect of the word. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, you won't regret it. Number 9. This is something that I have been learning, or I have learned over the last couple of years. Ooh, hold on, my eye itchy. This is something I've learned over the last couple of years, and I will stand on this 100 toes down. If I had 100 toes, I would be standing on all of them. And that is the thing that you've been wanting to do. The time to do it is right now. That is it, that is all. If you keep on putting things off, you will be putting things off for your whole life, if we're being completely honest. I seen this video circulating recently, or a couple months ago actually, of this lady. I think it was like her 50th birthday, and I'm pretty sure it was like a show or something. So I'll put it right here on the screen for you guys.
You know, Richard said the other day how time flies. But Richard always says things like that are kind of obvious.
I do.
And you know, but it made me think when I was 30, if I thought about 50, I thought that is an awful long way away. And I don't really need to think about it. And then I blinked and I'm 50. That's crazy.
Time flies.
But I never made it to law school. And I never got to see Paris in the spring, and I never got to stay over in Yellowstone because it was too crowded. Well, no, it's just that I put things off, and I kept putting them off. And I would say, oh, we'll do it next year, and then that next year would come, and I'd say, oh, next year. And I don't want to do that anymore.
This is what your life will look like if you keep on putting it off for later. I'm gonna do it when I'm at this age. I'm gonna do it when I'm here. I'm gonna do it when I have money. I'll do it when my body looks like this. You will be waiting forever. I hate to be the one to break it to you. Do it now. Do it broke, do it fat, do it ugly, do it however it is that you are, because we do not know how much time we have. That is just the unfortunate truth. We do not know how much time we have. And if that is one thing that I have learned, I would say over the last 10 years, it would be that. I lost my brother at what, 17. I lost my brother at 17. My brother was a year older than I am right now. Imagine me right now with a year left of life and not doing things because I'm gonna wait until I make more money. I'm gonna wait until I'm 30. I'm gonna wait until I have kids. I'm gonna wait until I have a husband. I'm gonna wait until this. The thing that you want to do, whatever it is, do it now. If you have the financial means to do it, if you have the body, if you have the capability, the physical capability to do it, do it. So I'm gonna share some things that have been on my list. I want to take singing lessons. I love music. I took piano lessons as a child. Love music, love music, love music. Can barely hold a note. I'm the definition of a, you know how they say medium singer? I'm like a medium rare. I'm more on the rare side than I am on any other side. But I love music. So what am I gonna do? As soon as I have the financial means to do so, I will be enrolling in classes, whether that is piano classes again, so I can learn how to read music, or vocal lessons, whatever it is. That is something that I'm super passionate about. Travel, I do that all the time. There are certain trips that I'm like, okay, I wanted to wait until to go with my husband. I wanted to wait until this. I wanted to wait to go, like, whenever, as soon as I get the means to do it, I will be doing it. And one of those things is the Maldives. I love the Maldives. I've seen pictures anywhere in that Pacific area, whether it's what's the name of it, whether it's Thailand, the Philippines, whatever it is, Bora Bora, the Maldives, it looks so gorgeous. And that is like one of those picturesque honeymoon moments. And in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go there for my honeymoon. I want to wait until I have a husband so I can go there with my honeymoon. What if I never get, what if I don't make it there? God forbid I don't make it there. God forbid he has other plans for me and I don't get to that point where I can make it there on my honeymoon. I'm never gonna go. Immediately no. Immediately no. I will be visiting it, whether it's by myself. If God wants me to, if it isn't God's will for me to go there with my husband, I will go there happily with my husband. But I'm not waiting to have a husband to go. If I have the means to go beforehand, I will go beforehand. Whatever it is that you want to do it now. Don't spare a second, don't spare a minute. That is another thing. That is not on the list, but it still applies. I've seen somewhere that procrastination is the arrogance to think that God is going to give you another chance to do what you already have the chance to do now. Let me repeat that again without stuttering. Procrastination is the arrogance that God will give you time to do something that he has already given you the time to do right now. I'm gonna let you sit with that. I want a pinky lip today instead of the classic nude. I just went with the Juvia's Place lip liner in the color Cola. And I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of concealer just to kind of prime my lips. It's ridiculous right now, but we're gonna fix it. That's the lip. And then lastly, but arguably, not arguably, most definitely, most important thing that I have learned in these 25 years of mine is to seek God. He's always there. He cares for us. He's never leaving. He's omnipresent. He is the same once and forever. And he's always, always there for you. If there's one thing I have been able, if there's one thing that has kept me afloat within the last year, if not even mentioning my whole entire life, it is the love of God. It is the promise that whatever it is, it won't stay like that forever. The lows don't compare to the highs. Like whatever treacherous trials and tribulations that you are in right now, they do not compare to the good that God has in store for you. There is nothing that you can do that will have God set you aside and cast you aside. There is nothing. And that is, I'm saying that to myself because sometimes I feel like I'm always falling short. I feel like I'm always disappointing God. Like there's always, like I'm just so imperfect. I'm always messing up. But there's one thing that that kind of always grounds me. God is never gonna give up on me. He's never gonna give up. I just have to keep on trying my best to be my best for him. To give him all that I have, every anxious thought, to speak his words over it, whatever it is. Seek God. Without him, I promise you, your life wouldn't even touch what it could be. I promise you. That is one thing that I 100% trust. Seek God every single day. Everything else will fall into place. That is a message to you. That is a message to myself. This year alone has been the craziest year of my life. Craziest year. To the point where I look back and I'm like, this cannot be my life. I simply cannot imagine this is my life. There is no way this is my life. And I would not be where I am without God's loving self. I would not be where I am without his love, without his forgiveness, without his mercy, without his everlasting, just his presence that is never too far. All you have to do is call upon him and he will be there. He is everything you could possibly need. With him, you will get everything and then more. So again, this is a message to you. This is a message to myself. Lean into God. Seek him every single day, whatever that looks like to you. Start somewhere, start small, let your faith bring, and I promise you everything else, all the other 9 things I've mentioned will fall into place, will become fascinatingly easier when you have someone like God to lean on. That is my shield for today. We are essentially ready. Guys, my hair keeps on like, these little curls keep on falling, and I need to find out where they're falling from so I can reattach them. But right now, found one. Ha! Let's go ahead and reattach. I have one piece that fell out at breakfast. I grabbed this so quick because I'm like, these way people gonna look at her like, all right, bitch. This is the get out. They're just falling. Like how did that work? There we go. And I'm not gonna do much to this hair because I'm not gonna go by the water, and it's gonna, if I get in the water, it's gonna get wet again, whatever. Hey guys, this is what I have. Thank you guys so much for getting ready with me. Thank you in advance for watching this video, for just being there, even if it's just me just yapping to the camera. I always feel like there's someone on the other side who I could possibly help, who could learn from my experiences. And Lord God, thank you. Thank you for this 25 year. Thank you, Jesus. I would not be where I am without you, without your never-ending mercy and love, God. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok to keep up with my shenanigans. And subscribe on here. I plan on being a lot more consistent this year. I'm working on it. I'm trying to be disciplined, as I mentioned. So thank you guys so much for getting ready with me. And I will see you on the next one. Love you, bye.